What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be mainly a sit down video and we're going to go through my whole fitness, gym, bodybuilding journey from 2015 all the way up until now, 2025. So the last decade, we're going to be going through the cuts I've done, the bulks I've done, the getting out of shape, the lockdown, everything from when I started YouTube to when I stopped YouTube to starting it again. Currently getting my 10,000 steps in for the day. Normally do a 45-minute walk to start the day and then a 45-minute walk to end the day. Right guys, back home now. Let's get into it. So I think I started gym in 2008, started lifting then. I went to a gym called Threadneedle Street in Boston. We used to call it Shredneedle Street. It was a proper old school bodybuilding gym. I don't even think we paid. I think we just used to walk in and run upstairs and hide from the man, if I'm honest. Went to a couple of gyms around Boston, and that's where I made my first ever gains, really. And then leading up to 2015, it really was just bro split. Diet wasn't really a diet, drinking loads of energy drinks and just eating whatever my mum made me, I think, at that time. And then we went to uni in 2012, moved to Leeds, and that's where I really started taking the gym a bit more seriously. So then I was living with one of my friends, Matt, and I did Insanity for the first time. You might hear Insanity come up quite a bit in this video. It's a hip-based cardio workout where you just use your body to get the body you want. That's the whole premise of the workout. It's really good, to be fair, but you do lose muscle as well because it's so intense. It's done by a fitness professional called Shaun T. If you've not heard of it, have a look. It's definitely worth trying once in your life. Get you in some serious shape. That was about 2013 when that happened, and that's when I made my first Instagram page. I was just posting fitness content on there. Fast forward to 2015, and this is as far back as I can find in terms of photos for you. So on screen now we've got a before and after in 2015. So I'd done Insanity before this, and then I went on a bit of a bulk, as you can see on the left here, not as shredded, and then decided to cut down for summer, wanted to lean down for summer, and that's where we've got the after here. I started working in a bar called Fibre at this time, and you had to get your top off. There was no getting around it, really. The manager used to use alcohol as an incentive. It was like, oh, go and get your top off and we'll give you some free shots, etc. But we was doing like 12-hour shifts sometimes, so we needed the shot just to get by. But yeah, I was very young here. It must have been about 23, 24 here. So we dieted down just by doing cardio and being in a calorie deficit, eating clean. Back then it was quite bro food, so like chicken, rice, that sort of stuff. And the gym routine was exactly the same, bro split. So we'd do like chest, back, shoulders, arms, basically training every muscle group individually throughout the week. But yeah, I got pretty lean here. This was in Virgin Active, I believe, in Kirkstall. But I was very skinny, as you can see. Don't know what this pose is, but you can tell what sort of era it was. Because we've got bloody, I think that's Holly Haig from Geordie Shore on the wall, and an FHM calendar. So yeah, quite lean. See the veins, had some decent vascularity. But what the fuck is that face? It looks like I've got roid rage. Just to clarify, I am natural, but bloody hell, look at it. Eyes popping out. Look like I'm about to laser beam someone's head off. But yeah, anyway, going on to 2016. So I stayed quite lean throughout the summer here, the beginning of 2016. So still had my abs, feeling good, training hard all the time. Still had the Instagram page, was posting quite frequently on there. And then it was time to bulk. As you can see, rest in peace, as in rest in peace, this physique. And then it was time to bulk, leading into 2017. So, 2017. So I remember bulking for about 4 months here. Let's get a starting point here. So we've got the before here. I must have been about 200 pounds here, I think. I did post all this on my old YouTube channel, but maybe I'll share that video one day. So yeah, the way I got shredded for this was I was training my ass off, literally training my ass off. Like, I was getting up, I was doing Insanity first thing in the morning. I even arranged with my work at the time to arrange to start at 12 and finish at 8 o'clock so I could do fasted cardio. Then I'd walk into Leeds from Headingley, go to work, go to the gym on my lunch, finish work. Sometimes I'd go gym after work, do some Stairmaster, and then I'd walk all the way back to Headingley. So overtraining to the max, but this was all part of a competition I did. It was a Christian Guzman summer shredding competition. It was a 90-day transformation. I didn't win. But yeah, here's the before and after. So I got really lean here, probably too lean. I was quite skinny. Got down to about 150 pounds, I think, which, as you'll see when we go on to about now, I've definitely put on a lot more muscle over the years. So I'll just go through some more pictures now. This was the back after. Really lean. I had like veins going up my abs, striations in my shoulders. There's another before and after. You can see here the vascularity coming through even on my lats. I think this was, 36 out of 90 days. So it was working, but I was working my ass off. So the top abs started to come around this point. These are some more after pictures. I don't know what that posing is in these boxer shorts. But yeah, this was the after. So really lean. Was really happy with the progress, but I did feel quite skinny. Like I said, Insanity does burn muscle as well because it's so intense. Right, we've got a video here, so let's have a look at this. So that's obviously relaxed. And then tense. I won't play you the sound on that video because it was to the boys. I remember it being quite cringy if I played that now. I remember being in this house and then moving basically across the road in Headingley to another house, and that's this house. So I maintained my shreds from that going into 2017 summer. So it was only a 90-day shred. For a natural, 90 days isn't too long, but I'd say this was the best I looked around that period. But as you can see here, very skinny, veins going up the core, vein there. But again, look quite skinny, very skinny. And Insanity, you've got no chance in gaining leg muscle during Insanity. I've got absolute pins here. But yeah, that was summer 2017. And pretty sure there's a picture here. I was very proud of the progress. Like, I was getting my top off in summer quite a bit. I was a bit of a dickhead back then, not gonna lie. So going into 2018 then, went to Amsterdam around this time. Kept the shreds throughout this period. Had some striations in the delts. Stayed pretty lean. I think one thing to note is that I've always preferred being quite lean, but that all changes soon. This is Ibiza as well. I only went to Ibiza with, I think, a week's notice. So 2019, so this is the year of the big lockdown. So yeah, I bulked up around this time. The plan was, I was sick of being skinny. I was like, right, I've been lean long enough. I'm going to start bulking up a bit. And that's exactly what I did. So the shreds stayed for a little bit. As you can see here. Again, had striations and vascularity. And then I started to bulk up a bit. Lost the shreds a bit. Still fairly lean here. Still lean there. And then started to bulk up a bit. Going on to 2020, which was a horrendous year. Obviously, that was like peak lockdown. So I came to the end of my bulk and I was like ready to do a cut, but then lockdown happened, as you can tell by the stupid barnet, and I got very, very big. upwards to over 200 pounds, I believe. Like, the shreds had completely gone. This was probably almost the worst I'd looked. Yeah, I started shredding down here as well. Did Insanity Max 30 with my housemate. Got a little bit leaner. I mean, look how big my stomach is there. Could see a little bit of abs, but motivation was just at an all-time low in lockdown. Like, there wasn't much we could do, as you all know. We even bought some weights, managed to finally get some weights, and was using our guitar amps as a bench, but there's only so much you can do. So, yeah, so I went from this to this. It wasn't good. And then 2021, gym started opening up again, so joined the gym and was like, right, I'm going to do the real Insanity, so the original Insanity again, because it's always good for just getting shredded. As long as you stick to the plan and eat in a calorie deficit, you'll get results. But this was the before, so the front, the side, look at that stomach. I was drinking a lot as well because of lockdown, just drinking beers like most days, and the back. And then this was the after, like not even much of a difference, but look at that trim, look at that lockdown trim. I look like something out of the Beatles gone wrong. Okay, this was a midway through Insanity, but look how bad that is. Like, actually absolutely dripping in sweat. That would have been just after a workout. And then started to trim up even more, but still had the Beatles trim. This is when the gyms first started opening up. Going on to 2022 now. So I moved into a new flat. Was a bit leaner than I was before, but we still had a while to go. So this was the before front, before back. So I did manage to maintain a lot of the muscle that I did from the bulk. Like, my back's a lot bigger than it was when I was shredded. But again, I would have been about 200 pounds here, so 50 pounds up from when I was shredded. And then I moved into my house, did Insanity again. I've done Insanity like every 1 to 2 years. It's a big commitment, very big commitment, but very rewarding. And then this one is the first time I went to Ultraflex. Again, like massively overweight for someone my size and my standards. So 2023, moved into the house, took some pictures as soon as I got there. This was like the before, and then this was when I went to Spain. I leaned down quite a bit here, start to see abs again, and then got to Spain. This was on the airplane. So yeah, maintained the bulk worked. Do you know what I mean? I put on a lot of muscle through the bulk. But yeah, this was probably the best I looked in 2023, the leanest I got. But yeah, I never got stupidly lean again because I didn't want to look too skinny. And then 2024 was when I probably had the best transformation again. So we started here about 208 pounds. I was very overweight, drinking loads. Probably say this is also one of the worst physiques I've had. Look at it from the side, like absolute beer gut. So this is when I did 75 hard. So I won't go into too much detail now about 75 hard because I'm thinking about doing a video on it because a lot of people have jumped on the bandwagon with it being the beginning of the year. But yeah, like look at that stomach. I was in dire need of a transformation. So I did 75 hard, but I didn't just do 75 hard. I did Insanity again, and this was the most recent time, so I must have done it about 5 times. Midway through Insanity, I did a 6-week boot camp at a place called The Hub in Morley, Leeds. It's sort of like CrossFit training, high rocks training. So I was doing that on top of Insanity and going to the gym. So that's the before. This was midway through, so started midway through, 6 weeks on, got to this stage, so leaned up quite a bit. I think I must have lost about 10 pounds here. So yeah, the back's looking a lot better. And then at the end of 75 hard, you've got basically my current physique, which is probably my best look so far. Like, I don't look as skinny. I'm not as shredded, but I don't look as skinny. And then, as you would have seen in my first video, I think I did a physique update. I've probably added about 7 pounds from this physique, just due to it being over Christmas. Sort of going off plan a little bit with coming to the end of 75 hard. And then 2025 is yet to come. So we'll see what happens next. The plan is to start a new series from next week I've got my macros, my calories all sorted, my training plan. The plan for that is to go on a cut, 12-week cut to begin with, see what condition we get in, and then get as shredded as possible. But I'm going to document the whole journey for you, so stay tuned for more. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. So make sure you drop me a like, subscribe, and share if you are feeling generous. Yeah, I think we'll leave it here.